Hey everyone, it's your favorite One Guy here, coming at you with a new deck tech for Zeta. This is still blue-white Zeta, but this is an upgraded version of the O deck. So we tweaked some numbers around, we removed some things, and we added a little bit more consistency, I feel like, to this deck. There are some cards that I would like to switch around if I can ever get my hands on them, and we'll talk about those cards later on in the video. But again, please leave a like, subscribe. If you want to add some changes to the Zeta deck, let me know. Go ahead, shoot it in the comments, and we appreciate it. I want this community to grow, and I want us to have a good time. So with that being said, let's go with the deck tech. So here is the old deck right now, and here are some of the changes that we did do. So instead of running the 4 of the Awakened Potential, we are running the 4 Nemos again. So the Nemo is here for 2 things. One, to be the early game aggression, because it is a 2/1/2/2, and if it does die, then it's fine. And we're also using it for our overflowing affections. That way we have a unit or something to throw away and pitch into the grave, so that way we're not sacrificing anything bigger or a better unit or a pilot, which has happened to me in the past. Next, we are running 3 Rick Diaz's. This is a 3/2 blocker. This is our balance blocker. It does die to the new burn card. It does die to the fatal strike, but we're still running it because it is a AU trait, and we do need it to fuel Biosensor Zeta, or Gundam, or Z Gundam Biosensor. I guess that's the name, but I just like calling it Biosensor. Next, we are running the Gundam Ilrit. This is a 3/2/2/4 blocker, one of the best blockers in the game still. It does die to again, fatal strike and all that other stuff. If you would like, you can replace this one for, I want to say not the sword strike one, but it's the other one that is a that's a 3/4 blocker, but it is at level 4 instead. You could do that if you want to, in case you're like, ugh. So we might, add that in tonight's games. We'll see. Next, we are running 2 Rick Diaz's Red. Rick Diaz Red is a 4/3/4/3, and then when it links to any AU trait, so meaning it links to our Camille's and it links to our Quattros that we are running in the deck, and it turns it into a 5/5 with Quattro, or theoretically with a white base in play, it becomes a 7/5 with Camille. The cool thing about him is that when he swings, you get to rest the base, and for that battle, you get to -2 something that's level 4 or lower. Really helpful when clearing out the aggro matchup, which is again the biggest weakness in this deck. Next, we are running 4 of the Hayashikis. You can easily replace these for L strikes if you got them, but I like the Hayashiki because it is a 5/3, meaning that they're turn 5, you will have access to 2 resources to link a pilot or to play whatever command you would like. And it is a blocker, but it has repair 1, which is very helpful, especially with the O, as long as you have a white base. So if you have a white base, you swing with the Hayashiki, and you can rest something, right? The cool thing about it as well is if you wanted to run the Archangel, you can swing in, reduce something, and then restand it again that same turn. So and then if you wanted to swing on that thing as well. Next, we are running 4 of the Misalas. Well, technically it would be, so in the deck list that I'm going to put, instead of the Masala, we are running 3 O's. So because I don't have an O, let's just put that away right now. The deck normally would run 3 Masalas. Masalas is a 6/4/5/4 blocker, repair 1, and it does link with any Jupiter's trait, which, spoiler alert, we are running the Poppies. So we have Poppy to link into it, turning it into a 7/6, which is really good, and it can rest anything level 6 or lower, which is a majority of the blockers in the meta, besides the level 7 blockers. Next, this is a Zeta deck, so we do need to run at least 2 of the Zeta Gundam. The Zeta Gundam is a 6/5/5/4, links to Camille, and once during link and activate during your main, and once per turn, you can rest any base. Doesn't have to be a white base, it can be any base, and if you do so, you can restand this card. The only problem is it can attack your opponent this turn that you activate the effect. What I do like about using the Zeta is sometimes I'll use it to swing at shields, restand it, and leave it alone, or I'll swing at shields, restand it, and if I go, oh man, you got a problem card that's already rested, I'll swing it, or I'll use it to swing at 2 cards to clear the board, right? And then with the biosensor, it makes clearing the board a lot easier because it can reduce something to AP 0. Next, we are running in this, theoretically right there, this list, it is 2 O's, but if I can get a third O, it would be 3 O's. So the O's is a 7/5, 5/5, repair 3, and when paired, so it doesn't have to be with a Jupiterus, it doesn't have to be with Poppy, it gets the effect when paired. So theoretically, if you slap on Camille and you have a white base, this guy becomes an 8/7 monster with repair 3, so it's just a ridiculous monster to get over, and it will take a lot of units for him to finally go down. And his effect is you can, when you attack with something with repair, or it's gotta be another O, or it's gotta be another unit with repair, it can't be the same O, you can then pick something that is lower or equal to in level and then rest it. So that's pretty great and dandy. So again, in this deck, it is a 4th Masala, but if I can just get my hand on an O before Thursday, then it'll be three O's. Next, we are running 3 biosensors. So you can easily replace the biosensor. You can go, okay, never mind, I don't want to run 3, I want to run the other Zeta, but I do like biosensor because of the effect is on deploy, you get to pick an enemy unit and it gets reduced AP equal to the amount of AU units in your trash. Meaning that if you're pitching things with, theoretically, if you're dropping things once per turn, by the time you get to turn 7 or turn 6, you would have probably lost, say for instance, a Nemo, maybe 2 Nemos, a Rick Diaz Red, Hayashiki. So that theoretically, alright, with those you already lost 5 units, and then if they're in the shield, that counts as well, right? So super helpful. I was able to use this guy to reduce something by 7, which is a great feeling. I do really enjoy the biosensor. It does link with Camille, meaning that it can turn him into an 8/7 monster, which is phenomenal. Next, we are running, speaking of Camille, we're running 4 of them. This pilot is my favorite pilot in the game. I mean, he's no Armoro, he's no Kira, right? He doesn't get the added benefits, but what he does do is turn anything into a big body and then an even bigger offensive body if there's a white base in play. Hopefully when the red AU cards do come out, and if they ever give us a red Camille, maybe he'll have a similar effect, but instead of saying friendly white base, maybe it will say a friendly base in play, and then it will increase it by 1 and it's a 2/2. Maybe, fingers crossed. If not, then again, this Camille I believe is good, and then once we get a 6 HP base with a pretty decent effect, I think he's going to be even better. Next, we are running 3 of the Quattros. He is a 4/1 pilot with a 1/2 trait, and when he is linked with something with an AU unit, you get to draw a card and discard a card. So that's very good. You get to slap this man on top of Rick Diaz Reds, you can slap him onto his own Hayashikis, and you can also slap it, if you needed to, onto the O to get the effect. And the O becomes a 6/7, which isn't bad. Next, we are running 3 Poppies. So Poppy is a 5/1, 2/2, and then when linked, you get to choose another one of your units, and it gains repair 2 this turn. And if it happens to be a Jupiterus unit, then you draw a card. We're rarely gonna get that secondary effect, only if we have the Masala. But the games that I've played, you don't get the Masala and the O. You pretty much get one or the other. And then if you're lucky, you'll draw into the Hayashiki to do the repair or resting. Well, other than that though, this guy is amazing. He replaced the Armoro because we already have other ways to rest, including ways with the O. Next, 4 Overflowing Affections. This is the 2/1, draw 2, discard a card. Very helpful with the synergy with the biosensor, because you do want to drop some AU units into the grave. You want at least to have at least 3, so that way you're not taking a big amount of damage, but you know, 4 is kind of, I feel like, the magic number. Next, we are running Siege Ploy. This is a secret tech card that not a lot of people use, which I'm surprised, especially in my locals. They always get someone goes, wait, what does that card do? So it is a 3/1. On the action main action, you get to choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP, and you get to rest it. So it's an Amuro, just in a command form. So some people don't like it because obviously Amuro, when he does it, he is attached to a body, so it's like another extra unit. But because we are running the O and other stuff that kind of does what Amuro does, I thought maybe more Siege Play. Next, we are running a 2 Show of Resolves. This is your Pot of Greed. This is just your draw 2 card. Very helpful, very great, because again, you want to get to the O as soon as possible. Next, we are running for Argama. Argama is our base of choice. You can run the Archangels. I'm not using the Archangels because, again, this deck list does require us to not use as much starter deck cards as possible. Only those that we have easy access to, such as the Mathi, such as the Celestial Beings, and then if you can, I'm still on the fence about it, Iron Bloom, but Clan is another one that you can also technically use, right? But other than that, we have the Argama. Argama is a level 3/1, 5 HP base, and it prevents you from getting damage due to effect, meaning Breach can go suck some eggs. With that being said, this is the deck list. As you can see here, we do have a 3-0 online because, you know, The Sims, you have all the cards, and unfortunately in real life I didn't pull another O. So yeah, hopefully we'll see how it goes. I will probably be playing this a little bit tonight, might even tinker it, and if not, we're definitely going to go into our red Zeta. Hold on, let me just, because of the fact that, you know, double Zeta now is going to go into red. I'm thinking maybe a red pinging Zeta might actually help, and then we reduce the AP when they swing at us, even though we don't really do that, or we can reduce their AP and then swing at them, and then use the burn spells if we needed to clean up if we couldn't clear body. Other than that though, guys, I do appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.